Bienvenue en France. Welcome to France. Hello everybody and welcome to the Boardgaymergirl channel. If you're new here, my name is Natalie and I like to talk about all things board games, but from a primarily solo perspective. Today we have a special treat as AEG has provided a preview prototype of Let's Go to France. And Let's Go to France is the follow-up game from Josh Woods, who created Let's Go to Japan. Both of the games are very similar in their play style, but Let's Go to France changes a few things and I'd say tweaks it for the better. What I will be doing today is playing a full solo playthrough so that you can see how the solo game works for you. The campaign is live as it goes live on Tuesday, March 19th. If you want to see more information, I will link that campaign in the description below. But without further ado, let's get into the game. As usual, I will play through the game and teach it as we go, but I'll give you a little general overview before we get into it. So, on the table, in the solo game, the solo opponent, which is the travel agent, but in this case, I thought I'd have a little fun, and I am calling it Mon Petit Poulet, because the score markers are little French chickens. So, why not have some added fun? Anyways, Mon Petit Poulet and myself both get a board, both get favorable markers, which are these square ones that we place on the top of every day. And we also get these experience tokens that match the same highlights that we'll go through during the week. For the solo player and for any player, like if you're playing multiplayer, unlike Let's Go to Japan, where one player randomizes where their tokens go and everyone follows suit by placing their markers on the same days, everyone can randomize their board with these favorable markers, so the same thing happens for the travel agent on their board. Now, the difference here is that unlike our board, where we start all of our experience tokens for the different activities on the 0, the travel agent, Mon Petit Poulet, puts all of their little experience tokens in different areas to start the game. So whatever favorable marker, this is a favorable marker for nature, this one gets placed on the 1 space. So the food marker ends up on the 2 space because it's on Tuesday. Wednesday or mercredi, the 3rd marker ends up on the 3rd space, and so on. So the solo Mon Petit Poulet works a little bit ahead of us as we're starting out, but for the most part, we're playing pretty similarly, especially when it comes to scoring, which obviously I'll get to at the end of the game. On these boards, we are going from Monday to Saturday and planning our trip based on drafting cards and placing them in different areas. Unlike Let's Go to Japan, where you can only place a maximum of 3 cards per day, in this one you can do a maximum of 5 cards per day. But the rounds are still structured the same with how you draft cards. So if you do more on one day, so 4 or 5 cards on one day, you'll have less cards on another day. The main thing you're trying to balance here is your time, because if you waste too much time on your activities, you will be exhausted. And that would be bad for your energy tracker, which is still up here, which is similar to Let's Go to Japan. Based on how much time you do on a day, you will go up on the happiness track if you get some rest. If you have just enough time so you're not blown entirely, then you'll only move 1. But for every time that you have above 7, you will have a cranky little person and get negative points for that. The AI character will also score energy track situations with their cards. So on Dimanche, or Sunday, we get to use the travel board, or at least that's the idea of Sunday, but we will be using the travel board as we're drafting cards throughout the game. And we get a little travel marker buddy over here with the little camera, getting ready to take photos of different places in France. We are using this board, which is the board that they suggest for your first game, which is Loire Valley. And the Mon Petit Poulet character will not get a travel character to use. I just put it out here on their board to show you that it exists. And we are the only one traveling, so we are the only one that needs these little tokens that we'll place on the board based on when or if we reach certain destinations. Now, on the travel board, we'll be moving our buddy around and being able to get different experience, different points, but most importantly, every board has these interchangeable flag tokens, which either give you immediate effects or scoring benefits. So in this case, we have a single flag area over here, and if we get to put a token there, symbolizing that we traveled there, then we get to take this action immediately, which is just bumping every single one of our experience tokens up one space. And then if we reach the double flag area and place a token here, then at the end of the game, or when we're going to go through our itinerary and put in action our plan to travel around France, then on the end of Tuesday, we get to score our highlight of the day twice. If you don't know what that is, I will let you know while we go through the game. But that only goes off if we get here. So this board is pretty much all we're doing, but you will not have to do that for Mon Petit Poulet as you play through the game. Now, the other thing is that the AI character will still track energy, but they will not have any of these areas used, as we will get to how that happens in a little bit. The last thing that we're going to note is that this is our rounds tracker. So we get, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get 14 rounds to try to get the most efficient and scoreably awesome travel itinerary that we can in order to hopefully beat Mon Petit Poulet. Now that we've gotten through that, hopefully quicker overhead, but I will get into the game and we shall see how we play. As we do this, we will take this track marker and put this above here. So we all have the icons, but we also have the words that tells us what to do. So this icon means we are getting 2 cards from the deck, and we are playing one from our hand and passing one to the AI character. And something different that you might have noticed is that there is only one deck in Let's Go to France, and I call that an upgrade because in Let's Go to Japan, you'll have 2 different decks, one for Tokyo and one for Kyoto. One is pink and one is blue. And in that game, anytime you travel between pink and blue cards in your itinerary, you'd need to have a train token. So in this game, it's kind of simpler and just streamlined with one deck, and you do not have any of those train tokens. So the thing that you're trying to plan for is more about these time symbols. And you are trying to get under 6 or 6 time so that you can get a positive energy result when you score through that section. Because any time that you go over 6 time, you will get a negative exhaustion bump and score the points that are underneath wherever your marker has landed for that day. So with these cards, you'll notice that there is an icon in the top left, and over here, any of the poulet symbols are the points with the number next to it, and this is where the time is, along with what this section would be. If this section is showing at the end of your day, then this is your highlight of the day that scores, and you have to complete everything on this card while you're doing it. You'll have to gain 1 time, so you want to watch out and balance how your highlight of the day score. Now, for us, the other thing that you have to factor in a solo game is how these are going to score for your Mon Petit Poulet's scoring at the end of the game. They will score as normal. So any points that they get from their cards, they will score those. Any time that they gain, they will monitor that the same way that the regular player does. But they will also score highlights of the day if it's the card showing at the bottom of their stack for whatever day it is. And they actually score those twice. So you want to be mindful of what you're passing them. So balancing what you want and what they want. Now, Both of these kind of are very similar. The only differences are the highlights of the day. So this one is 3 points per icon at 3 or above. So if it's above 3 here, and then find the condition in your favor today. So gain 1 time today, then score 2 points per token on the to side that has gained bonuses. Now, this isn't something I've covered yet, but all of these tokens start on this side face up. If, say, I picked this card, it matches the symbol for that day, which is the favorable token for that day. So you'd flip it to its other side, and this token now has the 2 showing. If I, again, say this was another art card and I place this over here, I then have the choice to place this up above here to gain any of these bonuses. If you have a token up here on the 2 side, then you score 2 points for that marker at the end of the game. But let's say that I had this here and I never flipped it over. I just instead felt like, I want to travel right now. So instead of flipping it over, I can take this token, go over here, and travel on the board, but I will not score points for this favorable token at the end of the game. So, depending on how necessary or immediate you need something right now, you can choose to move that up and forfeit the 2 points, but we will see that as we get through the game. So, let's see which one we have. So I think, since this would be their first card of the game, I know for sure that they will not score the highlight of the day. So I'm going to give them this one, and I am going to take this one. Now, again, they do not travel, but they do get points for these ticket icons at the end of the game. But for us, we get to travel whenever this token is on the board or we get it from a bonus token. So this says immediately travel. So our little buddy gets to travel to one of these 2 spots. We only get this activity once, so let's choose where we should go. I think, like this is nice, but we'll go here, I think. So we're gonna go and look at some history. So let's get our history token out. And this gets moved up 1 space for landing on the history token. Now, we do not put one of these little symbols over here, just these spaces here, but we don't get to go back to this area. The other thing that we could have done if we went and looked at architecture for the day is if we have something that is available on these dotted lines, we can use those to travel 1 more time. Or you could take the regular way that you travel based on getting these little ticket icons, but that is another way that we can travel if we want to move along the board faster. So we have put our history. This is art, this is history. We are going to the Museum of Arts and Crafts, so we will get 1 point at the end of the game. We are already at 2 time for today, and we can decide if we want this to be our highlight of the day. For them, they will stack 3 cards on every day in chronological order of how you pass them cards, except for Saturday, well, they will get 4 cards. Now, as in a normal game, you would be passing cards to each other. So every time that you pass a card to Mon Petit Poulet, you will take a card from the deck and you will pass it to yourself. And for now, anytime that I'm passing myself a card, I will place it in this handy little area over here. Now, we go over here and we get to do the same thing. So this means we are still drawing from the deck and we will pick 1 card and pass 1 card. So the other thing we want to notice, which isn't going to happen here, is trying to avoid giving them favorable activities for the day that they have that favorable marker there. But let's see. So this would score us 3 points. Explore the rooms of Proust and Voltaire. Musée Carnavalet. 1 point per time shown on cards that gain history. Oh, wait. 1 point per time shown on cards that gain history. So, okay, so it's 1 point, not for every time that shows. If a time icon is shown, with a history icon on it, you'll get 1 point. So that at the moment would get me 2 points, which is fine. I don't think I'd want that as my favorable thing. And then this is patisserie. Patissa, I don't know how to French it. Try a mille-feuille. 3 points per food on this specific day. So that could be very good. It only gives us 1 point, but it does only give us 1 time, which is nice. But then we'll be giving the Mon Petit Poulet 3 points. So, no, you know what? I am gonna do this, and I will give them their 3 points. Now, I would usually track them like this so that you could see all the icons. For now, I'm going to kind of cover up that time area just so that I save table space, because with the long boards, it's difficult to get it all in frame. And I think we're still good, just so that you can see my cards and the AI cards at the same time. So we passed some cards, so we will put this here. We do not have any extra travel actions for today. And I did forget already, for the matching history icon, I am going to flip this. And for the matching food icon, I am going to flip this. Now we were on to the third scheduling day. We have 2 cards there, and we draw 2 more cards. So we have shopping or we have nature. Latin Quarter or Jardin de Luxembourg. I'm gonna butcher so much, please, I'm sorry. All right, so this one is 1 point and 2 time, and this one is 3 points and 2 time. If we give them this, they get the nature icon to move up and flipped for the, because they will flip these, but they won't place these up here. So they could still score 2 points for this, actually. I forgot to mention. But the difference with passing them cards on this one is they will be scoring the bottom part, the highlight of the day. So for this one, it would give them 1 bump in every area. And this one says, sail a toy boat in the Grand Bassin. Gain your lowest icon, then gain your lowest icon, then gain your lowest icon. Then score 2 points per your lowest token. Oh yeah, and I am trying to not give them stuff. This at least doesn't give them points, but they do get to, but they'd get 2 bumps per icon. I think I still have to take this just because it matches their thing. So we'll put this here and flip it. And then this one will be their third one up here, which for now, they will have 6 time. But we are closing this up so that we have space. All right, so we pass them a card, we pass ourselves a card, and we move to the next round. It's pretty easy, and probably without me talking, you can play this game within like 20 or 30 minutes solo. So this is the last time this round that we are doing 2 cards and passing 1. So this one we have a double symbol, but it is 0 points. That could be good to pass to them because they're not going to score this highlight of the day. But gain 1 time today and 9 points. I don't know if I care for that as much. This one is architecture, 1 point, 1 time. Walk up the spiral staircase to walk up the spiral staircase to the top of the dome. 4 points per icon at 6 or above. So if we can get all of our icons above this, that's 4 points. That's not bad, actually. I think that's doable. But, no, that gives them 0, so I like that. Okay, we will give them this, and we will take this and put it on Thursday and flip our token here. All right, we are not traveling as much. But now, and we passed a card, so we give ourselves a card. And now we are in this middle section. And this icon means that there should be 4 cards in your area on your board from other players passing you cards that they've drafted. So for this, we should have 4, and we pick them up. We play 2 cards, and we pass 2 cards. So let's see what we have. We have a few nature here. We don't want them to get a food. Oh, shoot. We did give them a food. So no matter what, they will get 2 points. If they get more food on this day, nothing else happens though. So let's see what we have here. Oh, that was dumb, Natalie. Anyways, we're fine. Okay, so we've got a nature with 1 point and 2 time. It says walk the suspension bridge to the temple, 4 points per 3 nature icons. So that includes this marker going up. So where is nature here? Here. It's passable. This one, that's not bad for art, and feel like you are in Giverny. So we get 2 nature icons and we get 1 point per art. Do we have any art right now? We can build to it still. This Catacombs of Paris, we get to travel 1 point, 2 time, be chilled to the bone, gain 2 wild tokens and 4 points. So wild tokens are these tokens here. They're similar to Let's Go to Japan. We can turn them in at any point so that we can move one of our experience markers up 1 point per token. This one would give us 2, and we can kind of hold on to those if we want for the end of the game, depending on what needs to move to certain thresholds to get those points, because we'll score experience based on these areas here. So that is art. And then this is ride a boat on the Seine. And we get to travel 1 point, 2 time, and scope out the areas you want to explore. So that is 2 points, then score 3 points per travel today. That's not bad. Travel today. So we get 2 points, and then if we collect a lot more travel icons, then that can work. We could get way more. I think I'm going to take this one and place it here. Now, before I go through the rest of my cards, I'm going to finish going through this card. So firstly, we now have 2 icons that are the same. So we can take this favorable marker and take it up here to take any of the extra things. So these are research tokens, which will give us points at the end of the game, but also help us draw more cards if we don't like the choices that are in our hand. Or we could take one of those wild tokens, we can travel once to a new spot, or we can just get straight up points. So I think for my first move, let's travel, because we're going to be traveling over here as well. So this, we will travel to architecture, and we will move up 1 with our experience token there. And then we will finish this card, which lets us travel again for that day. So I will actually travel down here to Chateau du something. And we've gone to our first stop where we get to put down a marker. So we place our marker here to show that we've gone there already. We get 1 research token, which I'll put over here, and we get 2 points. So we'll take 2 chickens to symbolize our 2 points for now. Now I think that's everything resolved on here and here. So we get to do another card. And which one would I like? This one has another travel token. 4 points per 3 nature. If I could get more nature up here, because this at the end will move 2. At the end of the game, you're moving all of your markers up a space based on the different icons that are on your cards. So you can kind of plan out where your icons are going to be for these different scoring highlights of the day. I think that this is better for us. And we will put this here. And we've got 3 nature on Mardi. And this one, if we get to this space, we get to score this highlight of the day twice. And that is very lovely. So we are at 6 times. So right now, anything above that will score us negative points if we don't watch it. These 2 cards get placed for the Mon Petit Poulet. When you're passing more than 1 card to the AI player, you get to decide how they're placed down. Now, one of these cards are going to be scoring the highlight of the day. And again, when they score at the end of the game, they are getting their highlights of the day twice for scoring. So this one says that they would get wild tokens. Anytime they get wild tokens, I believe they either pass through that or they get points for each wild token they would have grabbed. I'll look at it before we score at the end of the game. Then the feel like you are in Giverny, you gain 2 nature, then you score 1 point per art. So they'd get 1 point here, and they'd get to move this up 1, 2. That's not the worst thing. I think we're going to go in this order, but they will only have 4 time that day, so they're going to get double the energy points. Wow. All right. So that is the end of that first round. As they were given 2 cards, we get 2 cards to our little area over here, and we move along to draw 4 cards from the deck. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so today I've got to remember, do not give them an architecture. We have 1 card with architecture. Do not give it to them. Natalie, well, I don't know why I'm telling you guys to not do. I'm trying to tell myself. But let's see what we have. We have a history icon for 3 points 2 time. See 3 of the temporary exhibits. You get 3 wiles. What is the highlight here? 3 points per icon at 3 or above. And as this is on Friday, maybe we can work that out so that we can get everything above 3. What else have we not done yet? This wants food for today. Food today. This one says spend the whole day there. 1 point, 1 point, but you gain 2 time today, then gain 2 wild tokens and 8 points. But if I give this to them, yeah, I think this is better for me to give to them. Buy some vintage postcards, 2 points per travel icon on cards. I like that. If I have it here, it goes through all the cards. Even though it's not matching this, I can figure it out. Oh, but it's only 0 points. Actually, I would prefer to give that to them. So I might take the higher point cards here. And this says 3 points per set of history, nature, and architecture. So I might put this over here. Oh, and it gives me 4. We might not do much on Friday. So let's do, actually, yep, okay. We are going to put this here first. And this scores us for this one. And what would we prefer to do? I think at some point we're going to, because no, this was the card we just placed, so we don't get to travel on this card. Will I travel on this card? No, I won't. I do want to research oh, I already have one. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. I will go and travel again. So we'll take our little buddy. And actually, do I want to go here or rush my butt over here? Do I have anything for sets of architecture? No. I think I am actually just going to go here so that I make sure I am going to get... Am I just rubbing my face everywhere? Fantastic. We one take and it's all over my fingers. Anyways, thank goodness this is a prototype. So this little buddy goes here, and as we have a spot on the 1 flag, we get all of these markers moved up once. So everything goes up once, which is very nice, as I really want to make sure that we can score for this one as the highlight of the day. And that was this. Nothing else on these cards. And then I want to place this, and I think I'm going to place this here. 4 points per icon at 6 or above. That one will be more difficult to get everything up here. It's only 1 more point difference, Because what is this? No, I will most likely not get that. Because that'll get us 6 points total. So we're going to put this here. I still want it because it has all of these symbols that push these all up. And it gets us 5 points. It does cost 4 time, which is ridiculous. But we get to also bump this up because we have 2 architecture tokens now. So do I want another one of these, or do I want to travel twice? What do I want to do? Let's go. Yep, let's go and travel twice. So my understanding with a double ticket day is that you only get the rewards when you land on your ending spot for that travel. So for me, you can go down these lines as regular. You don't necessarily have to pay for them. This is just if you'd like to move down those dotted lines without waiting for a ticket. So instead you'd exchange one of your tokens. But would I like a wild and no, would I like 2 points or would I like a shopping? I think I will go here and here and we'll move our shopping up once. Now, if this is the incorrect way to utilize this, I will mention it somewhere later, but that is my understanding of how you get bonuses. If you're moving more than once, you would only get the bonus for where you are landing on. So these are the 2 cards that we're giving to the AI character, and we get to choose their order, but it doesn't much matter as the highlight of the day would be the 3rd card in this area. But we make sure that we do not give them any of the architecture icons. So they do not flip this. And 0 points, 1 point, and they have 3 times so far. All right, so we move to, we pass them 2 cards, we put down 2 cards, and then we move up once and pick up the 4 cards from our area. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, this one has a double travel, but you don't get any symbol. They get points for these, but not having a symbol is nice. What do we have here? Study the Impressionists and Modern Artists, Modern Masters. You'd get 4 art experience and 3 points. This is 0 points, but walk through the Solemn Crypt. You'd get 2 history and 1 per architecture. We'd give them the architecture, which gives them 2 points. But they'd get 0 for this, and they'd only get 1 point for this, which is not bad a payoff. And this isn't bad, actually. Examine the elaborate stone carvings. I don't want to use this for the highlight of the day. I still think this is probably better. But we'd get 6 time for that day, 2 points. It's not bad, but it moves that tracker up. So again, we don't need to match the architecture with this anymore. It's not going to do anything more, but my brain works in that way. So the next thing is figuring out which one is better for us and not for them. I think I'll just take the bigger point value one and have the art one flip over. And then I pass them 2 cards. So one of these is going down as their highlight of the day. This says gain 1 wild per travel today. Oh, that would be too much. So it has to be this one. So that's not bad because they get 2 history, but only 1 point per architecture, and they only get 1. This does flip over, but their day's looking pretty sad anyways. And this one will go to their jeudi. Now, in the regular multiplayer game, this little circle icon would mean that you were usually passing either to your right or left, and you'll alternate the way that you're passing your cards. So clockwise versus counterclockwise. In this playthrough, mon petit poulet is to either side of me. So nothing changes for us, but we do draw 2 cards. Before we do that, we did pass mon petit poulet some cards, so we'll put 2 cards down there and then draw us 4 cards. I will say in Let's Go to Japan, because of 2 different decks, I did tend to mix up cards a lot more. I don't know what it was, but I had problems. Let's see what we've got for today. So we've got another architecture, 1 point 1 time. 3 points per architecture today. Ugh, I don't want to do anything more on this day. We're already at 6. We do need food. We don't have any more food on here. So 3 points per food today. This one says acquire a new taste, gain your lowest icon, then gain your lowest icon, then gain 2 food and 3 points. That's not bad. This would get us 6 points. This will only get us 3 points, but depends on where this marker goes. I think we will do this and get escargot underneath the patisserie. I feel like that's the right order to eat things in anyways, but we do get a travel icon. So we do reach double flags. So we get to put this right here. So we get to score our Tuesday twice. So whatever we have here is going to score twice, which is nice. So we need to put a whole bunch of food here. We get 3 points per food today, and that means we get 6 points per food. Wait, whatever. You know what I mean. Anyways, we have matched 2 of the food icons, so we can now put this up here. So should we travel? I could go there and get 2 more research tokens, which we might want, but I think maybe let's just get 3 points. And that means we get a travel and 5 points plus 3 points, so we get a total of 8 tokens. So I will actually change these 2 for 2 5s, and that is it for that. We get to pick 1 more. 2 points per architecture and shopping. We don't even have shopping right now. I think we're going to have to work on shopping. Is that a good one to get then? Yes, I will put this here, and this will flip to the 2 side. And then we give them both of these, but which one is better for us to put as the highlight of the day? 3 points per architecture today. Yeah, I think that's it, because there's none today. So we'll put these, and we are giving them really good time, which means they're going to be getting a lot of points with their energy marker, but whatever. I'm going to just squish these a little bit so it doesn't hide that. We passed 2 cards, so I can't see myself, so I really hope this doesn't look like. And so we move this over and we gave ourselves 2 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's see what we will do. We don't want to give them our history. And where are we at with history? 4. So that's not bad. 4 points per your lowest token. I still think this will be better in the long run. 2 points, then score 3 points per travel today. 1, 1, gain 1 nature. Okay, well, I want to take this one and I want to take this one. So that kind of makes it easy. It's just which order do I want to do these? 2 points per history and shopping. So right now, these are at 2, so I think that would win over, oh no. What is it? This one or this one? They're all in the same place. So it's the same thing. It's just which one would we like to do before? Is there anything in here? No. Oh, I do have an art I could put on that day. But then 4, that works. Okay, so what we will do is we'll do this first, and that doesn't move this up yet, but we do get a travel. So let's go over here and get a nature, so that moves up. And then we'll put this one on top, which gets us this shopping to move up. And let's take this one, actually. I know we haven't used our first one yet, but I'm getting nervous of when we get down to having to make sure we watch our time for the rest of the game, that we might want more card draw. But we also get another travel, so let's just go to the chicken and get ourselves 2 points. Now, with that, we pass them these 2 cards, and doesn't really matter the order, so let's just put this here. And that's 5 time at least, but we did give them more points so far. So we were in the final stretch now, given them 2 cards. So we would have placed 2 cards here. We pick up, and we play one and pass one. So we don't want to give them history, so that's fine with us. Now these, 0 and 2, and they're both 2 time. I'm wondering if this is a good time for me to use this research token. And these research tokens will let us draw 3 cards from the deck, and then we have to discard 3 cards from the deck before we start to pass our cards. The other option we have, if we're getting pressed for time, is, again, we can just take and explore the city action. It gives us 1 ticket, 1 point, 1 time, and 5 points if it's the highlight of the day. We'd get a wild token, so it's like having one of those, but we have more room for food, history, and we really need to get our art together. So I am going to use one of my research tokens and draw 3 more cards from the top of the deck. Come on. Okay, we have 1 art. We have 1 of the history. Was there anything else we were looking for? The food, which we had before. We're discarding 3 and then we're giving 1 to them. So I think this is one we're going to take. I can get 4 art history here, or I can explore many cultures, gain 1 of each experience icon, and 1 more icon of your choice. That, I think, will be better than this one, because it moves everything up once. And this will be the last one that we get to put up here. So I think I'm still going to take a research token and a wild token for the end of the game, as now we've put all 6 up there, so we will score 2 points for every single favorable token that we achieved. But we are at 5 time for that day. And now we have to discard all of these, and I think, ooh, if I give them shopping, they get to flip it over, but they get 0 points. What is my best option? Maybe let's go with this one. It's their lowest experience marker. I know they'll get 4, but it's, I think, better than giving them this, which would give them 2 points, and that gives them 2 points. So that's 4 points versus 2 points and whatever that does. So 1, 2, 3, 4 versus 3. They're going to get there anyways. So we'll give them this one, and we'll discard these 3 cards. All right. So since we passed them a card, we take a card, and then we'll move to drawing from the deck again for 2 cards and take 1. Oh, whoops. Oh, no. Ooh, I thought we played 3 there. Okay, whatever. Too late. We already did it. So admire the landscape. Gain 1 nature, 1 architecture, and score 6 points. But their time is 7 for that day. So when we score them later, they'll actually get a negative. So that's not too bad, actually. All right. So we are going through these 2. We have a research icon. This means that we just immediately get a research icon from the supply. We have a shopping, which we don't really need anymore. We're at 6 with that. And here we're at this. Do I want to use another research thing? 4 points per each day so far with 1 set of architecture and travel on cards. 4 points for each day so far with 1+ set of architecture and travel on cards. So if it's over here, I think there's only 1, 2, so 1. There's only 1, so that is not worth it. This one, yeah, I'm going to use a research token again and draw 3 cards. And let's see what we've got. So this one is 1 and 2, which isn't bad. We'd gain 1 history and 7 points, or 3 points per icon above 3. Yeah, that is not as good. This one, buy a new favorite outfit, 1 point per time and shopping on cards that gain shopping. 1 point per time shown on cards that gain shopping. 1, 2, and that's it. And that one. Visit the National Museum of Art of Natural History. Gain 2 history, then score 1 point per nature. No, okay. Let's see what we have the least icons for. So shopping we have the least icons for. We want to get a lot of them up here and a lot of them up here. So shopping is good. We have 4 nature, 2 food, 3 architecture. Okay, so I think what we'll do is we will take that shopping, as we have the least icons for that, and we'll put it on food day. But we will put it underneath. So after escargot, we'll go to Shakespeare and Company, and then the patisserie. Oh no, we're saving that so that we have food on that day. Well, we can't have everything. And it does give us back our research token. So we get rid of 3, we give them 1. What is the worst to give them? Let's see, shopping is what they want. This gives them 2 points, so all of these cards are pretty much 3 points. So we don't want to give them that. If we give them this, that one's just going to shoot up like crazy. I think this is our best bet. And these 3 cards are discarded. We pass them a card, we get a card, we move up, and we pick up cards from our area. Architecture, history, food, and nature. I feel like I'm talking about a trivia game. Which one would you like trivia about? So, holy crap. 4 points, but 3 time to do that. That is expensive for me. Do we use another research? Food. For every food today. 5, 6, 7. Before I make my choice, I'm going to use this and go 1, 2, 3. All right. So it's just a food. Nature, we have a whole bunch of that. This one takes some time. People watching. It gives us another history. Ooh. Okay. I don't want to end that day with poo-poo. How many days do we have here? 6, we're okay. 6, we're okay. 5, what is this? 6, 4, and 5. So this day can do 2 if we want. What would we prefer? Oh, I want that one. What's going to be our least one? 3 for this, 3 architecture, 4 history, 4 nature, 4 architecture, 2 of these. So I think we'll put, we're not going to put that, we're not going to put that. I do like that, but we're so little. 2. Let's do food and 2, or this. This will get us more movement on things. So I think we're going to put this one here, and we're at 5. Now we get to choose which one we want to give to them. Let's give them this one. And then these 3 get discarded. We passed them a card. So there. And we pick up from the deck one last time. We only have 1 more research token. Oh my god. Why do you have to be 3-time history? I don't mind the shopping. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Like, we'll get most of them past this point at least, but I don't know how many we'll get past 6 or above. I think we're just going to have to do this. We'll do this here. So we've flipped and said we're going to explore the city, but with that, we'll travel. So we'll go here and we'll get another wild token. So whatever we have the least of, we'll move those up at the end of the game when we're scoring. And then we're at 6 time for this one. Now this one ends up going, this one goes over there. It's not going to be their highlight of the day because they still get 1 more card for this day. They have 4 time, but they do get this flipped over. So far they're getting 6 points for the favorable tokens. Anyways, we pass them a card, so we take 1 card, put it here, and this is the last drafting phase that we have, and we have these 2. So, with this in mind, I'm going to, is it worth it? Hold on. We have 5 on this day. Is it worth it to see what we have if we can flip a 1 time of the day and get an icon? Gain 1 time today, then 4 points per card with 3 plus time shown. That's not, nope. And I don't think they have any of those, so, ooh, 4 points. Actually, I will give them this. It gives them more points, but they'll get negative points for a lot of time. This one, 4 points per each day so far with 1 set of food and 1 travel on cards. 1 set of food, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's a lot. 4 points per each day so far with 1 plus set of food and travel on cards. So, that's not bad. We can do that. Which day do I want to put this on though? 6, 6. This one is 5. Oh, I want to put this here too though. Okay, this is Wednesday, so 3 points per food played today. This so far is 6, this would be 9. But 4 points per card with food and travel would get us 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's more points. So we will put this here and deal with the consequences. And this one will go over here. And now we will get to the end game of going through things. So for this, I will also get my little score pad. I will put Nat and mon petit poulet. I'm in Canada, so like we had to take some French. I wasn't good at it, but that's another story. So how we go through scoring is lined up here. First, we'll go through what our scoring is. Then I'll kind of shrink this down so that it's easier for everyone to see how we're scoring the Mon Petit Poulet player. But in this section, there's an area to score for that day, which includes the points on the cards and your highlight of the day in this area. Then you'll calculate the time that it took for that day. And depending on how much time you had, you'll move this tracker and you'll only score for the points underneath where your tracker lands. Those points will be put in this area. Then of course you'll compile this later, but first let's go through Monday to Saturday. So on Lundi, we went to Place Vendôme, Père Lachaise Cemetery, and Latin Quarter. I'm not going to go through all of these because I'm just going to butcher them and I am already sorry. So what we do for Monday is for every icon that appears on our cards, we're going to move that icon up. So we have 2 experience for shopping. So we go 1, 2. We get 1 experience for architecture. So we go 1. And we get 1 experience for history and we go there. Now we get to go to our highlight of the day. So for the highlight of the day, you take a guided walking tour. You get 2 points per history and shopping experience token. So we have 1 and 2, so you'd go with the lower one. So we'd have 3 sets of these 2 pairs. So we get 6 points for that. So 6 points plus 4 points is 10 points. Now we'll go through time. Now we'll go through time. Just extra bonus footage. Whoa! Anyways, I've been playing this game by myself too long. So we have 2, 2, 2, so we have 6 time. So on here, it means that we move up once on this energy tracker. And underneath that, we have 1 chicken. So we get 1 chicken point. So far, so good. Now, I will clean this up so that that's easier to see that we've already gone through Monday. Now we'll go through Marty. So Marty, anyways. So we'll go 3 nature tokens. So 1, 2, 3. And then for our highlight of the day, we get 2 points plus 3 chickens per ticket today. So we have 2 chickens. But if you remember, we did reach the double flag area on our travel board, which lets us score Tuesday's highlight of the day a second time. So when you are doing this, you will actually score the highlight of the day, one right after another, as you're scoring out Tuesday. You don't go back later, so you do this all at once. So let's see. So 2 points is actually 4 points, and 3 points per travel today would mean 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. Welcome to Math with Natalie. So it's 4 plus 12 is 16. So we have 16 plus 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So we have 21 points for Tuesday as we add these and the highlight of the day that we did twice, but we don't do the time or anything twice. Only the points are scored twice for this one. Anyways, the time for today is 246, so we gain another positive marker and we get 1 point because that is the point that's underneath our marker. These don't accumulate as you go further down the track. So this one we get to put a 1 again. We'll close this up for now. If we need them for different scoring markers down here, we'll open them up again just to double check. Now, we are going to Wednesday. And Wednesday we have 1, 2, 3 food markers. So 1, 2, 3. All right. And we have 1 shopping marker. All right. For our highlight of the day, we get 4 points per food icon and travel icon set. So let's double check. Right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tickets and 1, 2, 3, 4 food. So we'll say 4 sets. So that is 16 points for that. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we have 20 points for Wednesday with the highlight of the day and our cards that are showing. Yep, and we moved all of these. So we'll put this back up, this back up, this back up, just so that I remember as we're going through what ones we've already done. So for Thursday, we've got 3 architecture, 1, 2, 3. We'll get 1 history over there, and we'll get 1 nature over here. For our highlight of the day, we get 4 points per icon at 6 or above. So I might spend 1 of my wild tokens now so that shopping can get to 6. And now we have 4 times 3 is 12. 12 plus 8 is 20 points. So 20 points for Thursday. For time, we have exactly 6 time as well. So we get to go up another point on this energy tracker, and we actually get 2 points for that day. Sorry, I forgot. Whoops. Before we do that, that will be wrong because for Wednesday, we did 2, 4, 6, 7. So we go down 1. We still get 1 point, but for Thursday, we'll go up 1 and we'll only get 1 point. So my bad. I'm going to circle that so that is correct. Now, this is done. We shall move that up and we'll go over here. So for Friday, we get to move twice for that marker. We get 1 food up, and where is nature? Nature goes up 1. And then for our highlight of the day, we get 3 points per icon at 3 or above. So using this now to move that isn't going to do anything. So I'm going to still save it for now. It's probably going to be used for that one anyways. But we have 5 icons that are above the 3 area. So that is 3 times 5 is 15, plus 6 is 21 for Friday. And our time for Friday is 6 again. So we get to move up 1. And we do get 2 points for the time that day. I will shoot this all together. And now we get to Saturday. We have 2 art, so 1, 2. And then, what is this? Explore many cultures through photography. We get to gain 1 of every single icon, so I'll just do this quickly. And then we get to do 1 more. So I think, is it better to get this to 6 versus this getting to 10? We will actually use this to get this to 10 points. So I will do that. And then I will use this to go up 1 more. And on the back of these experience tokens, there's a little 10 there. So that is that for moving our experience markers. Let's calculate our time. So we have 5, 6. So we get to move up 1 more. And we get 2. Oh, whoops. I forgot to score our points for the day. So that is 8, 9. So only 9 for Saturday. And we'll put that up. Now, for this next area, we get to score the points dependent on where our experience markers landed on our personal boards. So we have 3. So we have 6 here. We have 18 plus 6 is 24. 24 plus 10 is 34. And then we only score points if we've flipped over our favorable marker card. If we flipped over our favorable markers to the to side and then placed them up above here, we've done that with every single one. So we get 6 times 2, which is 12. For the single flag, we did reach that point, but we it's not a score thing, so we'll put this through here. We did reach this point, but we scored it on the Tuesday marker here, so I'm just going to cross through this. Sometimes it's easier to do this scoring on the day if it's for a specific day. There are obviously other scoring objectives that you can get with multiple interchangeable goals dependent on the board. And then we get points for our research tokens and any little chickens we've collected. So we've got 12 chickens, and I believe each research token, yes, each research token is worth 1 chicken point, as it depicts over here. So we've got 13 points altogether there. I will add all of this up in a second, but let's get to the Mon Petit Poulet player. Let's put these all together here. And just for ease, I'm going to just move. I'll be back in 1 second probably, and then have the other board close to me instead. All right, and we are back. I have moved this a little bit closer so that hopefully it's a little clearer and we have some more space to work with. So for mon petit poulet, they will not score for these travel areas, but I will use this space as their secondary highlight of the day if they do have any. No. So we are a little bit closer now, and hopefully you can see these cards a lot clearer. I will use this notepad as I did before, but in these areas, they do not score points, so that is nothing. And research, they didn't gain any. They will score points for these tickets, and I'm going to use this section for their tickets. Now, for Monday, let's see what happens. They have 1, 2, 5, and then they would score this twice. But they will actually move markers for this. So their points are 1, 2, so 5. And their time is 6, so they move this once. And they have 1 here. However, they also still get to move their icons. So this moves once, everything here moves once. So 1, 1, 1. And for their highlight of the day, they actually get to move every marker up 1 more space. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And that is that. This they didn't flip over, so we're good there. Actually, I'll do all of their 2s at the end when I'm scoring for that. So for Tuesday, they get 1, 1, 1, and then they get this twice. So they get everything twice. Okay, first, I think what we'll do is we'll start moving the tokens first, and then we'll score the cards. So 1 of these and 1 of these, then 1 of these and 1 of these. This might suck a little bit. So they have this one, and the highlight of the day happens twice. So they actually get to move this 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then they get 1 point per art. So they actually have 7 experience in art. So that is 7 points plus 1, 2. So they have 9 points for that day. Oh, wait. 1 point per art. They're at 7, so they actually, nope, that is incorrect. They get that twice. So it's 2 points per art. 2 times 7 is 14, 15, 16. So 16 for that day. We get 4 times, so they actually get to move up this track twice. So 1, 2. So they get 2 points for energy on that day. This is complete. And let's go to Wednesday. So Wednesday, they get 1 point here, or 1 movement here, 1 food here, 1 art here, 1 history, and 1 architecture. Over here, they get to walk through the solemn crypt. They get everything twice. So history moves 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 3, 4. There you go. Oh my gosh. And then 1 point, aka 2 points, per history. I have screwed up so bad. So they are at 5 with history. So it's 10 points. So that's not bad. 10, 11. So 11. But how much time? Oh gosh. So 1, 2. Now that they're at this furthest point, if they ever have to go and move further to the right of that track, they just stay where they are. So right now they get 3 points for energy for Wednesday. Can you stop, mon petit poulet? You are fast and rested. All right. So for Thursday, thank goodness, well, not for that, but they get that. And then they get 1 architecture, and that's all they move for that day. This says 3 points per architecture on this day. So they actually only get 6 points for that. So 6, 8, 10. So 10 points. And then they did 4 times, so they get 3 for this day. On to this one, they explode with nature. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are both at 10. And architecture goes up 1. And then they get this. They gain nature twice. Oh my God. 1, 2. And history twice. 1, 2. And then they get just 12 points. 12. Okay, so 12 plus another 6 is 18 for this day. And how much time do they have? So, yes, they have 7. So they actually go down 1, but they still get 2 points for the energy on that day. And then we go through to Saturday. And Saturday gets them 1 more nature, 1 more history, 1 more shopping, 1 more food, and 1 more history. And then they don't get, so the time that is on this, wait, let me read this first. Gain 1 time today, then score 4 points per card with 3 plus time showing. I will go through that in a second, but they gain 1 time today. They don't get that a second time. So this, like, as in this day already, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They don't get to 8 points with that. So this is actually down 1. I'll just do this now. And that would score them 2 points. But let me double check on this. So then score 4 points per card with 3 plus time showing. I don't think there was a card with 3 plus time showing. Oh, 1. Only 1. So they get 8 points for that. So 8, 9, 10, so 15. Did I do that right? Yeah, because it's 8. Oh! Ugh, excuse me. Or isn't, I don't know. Okay, so we'll put all of these back up and know that these are done. Now they'll score for their tokens. So let's go with the easiest one so far. This is 6 plus 3, so that's 18 at right now. I'm just going to put these because I don't want to get confused. And now we have all of these. So this one passed 10 points, so that's 10. I would think, does this just get to 11? I believe so. So plus 11 and plus 13. Okay, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 40, 51. 51 points from the frickin' experience track. That's crazy. They get 2 points for every flipped thing. So they have 6 points from that. They don't get anything from this, but they do get 2 points for every travel icon. So that is 1. Now this one is counted as just 1 travel icon, even though there's 2 travels. It's whatever is within this gray space with the exclamation mark for the Mon Petit Poulet. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is 6 times 2 is 12. And now we get very mathematical and figure this out. All right, I am back with mathematicalness. And we actually beat Mon Petit Poulet by just a little margin with 151 over 144. So that was a good and close game. I do like the way that it's just a lot smoother of an experience. With this game, in both games, kind of the scoring is like the bigger thing that you need to take some time with. But the difference between this one and let's go to Japan is just having only one deck that you're drawing cards from and not having to figure out or calculate the train tokens that you need to accumulate so that you can change different subway lines was the thematic touch in that one. I very much appreciate the time that you have spent each day to show if you're exhausted or energized, if you got enough rest with the activities you planned for that day. And this little track, I think, is a great improvement. I really like the way that the travel board works. And the AI is just as simple to navigate as the Let's Go to Japan. It's really smooth. If I wasn't talking the whole time, like I said, it would probably take about 20 or 30 minutes to play through. And yeah, this game is available on Kickstarter today, which is hopefully Tuesday, May 19th. And I hope you enjoyed this little playthrough. If you've played Let's Go to France, let me know in the comments below. And after seeing this playthrough, let me know if you have any comments, concerns, or questions about this solo preview. Again, this is a prototype version, so everything is able to possibly change. And I will see you in the next one. Goodbye!